Hello from Bug Eye Guys, and welcome to a drive in the 71 MGB GT. MGB GT. Lots of letters, but a super cool fastback with great mods. This is a Miata 5-speed, so you really have the luxury of cruising in this car. I mean, here at 45 actually, we drop it into 5th gear, 2,000 RPMs, nice and mellow. But when you get onto the highway, that's when this really shines. Of course, you could be in 3rd here too. But you know, some of our customers want a little more quiet, so 4th gear, 5th gear, no problem, just for neighborhood cruising. Then on the highway, you really get to have a lot of fun with the reduction in RPMs at highway speeds. And 80 miles an hour, no problem with this setup. We'll jump on the highway over here and see if we can get up to highway speed if the traffic's not too bad. But the advantage of the 5th gear should become apparent at that point, because you really have a nice cruising classic sports car, which is not so easy to manifest in today's day and age. But this one is nicely sorted and a lot of fun. There we go. That's 80 without any complaints at all. A really nice exhaust note. This is a very well prepared car. We've done a lot to this car. Unfortunately, we don't have a working temp and fuel gauge at the moment, but that comes with the car. Repair of that comes with the car, so I'm not worried about that. We will fix that. We don't have time to fix it this week, but when we have a buyer for the car, we'll absolutely repair that before the car goes. Everything else in this car has been well serviced, and the prior owner, Al, has put about 2,000 miles on it since we put in this 5-speed and Supercharger mod kit, as well as a stainless exhaust, or the header. It has a nice exhaust note, but the main thing I noticed is a very buttery, smooth gearbox, and anyone can drive it. It's fully synchronized. You don't have a non-synchro first challenge like you'll see in most of the MGBs that are out there. The early cars in particular came with 3 synchronizers, so first gear was unsynchronized. This being a modern Miata box, that's not an issue. These cars are really tight, the roofline and their general stiffness, and this one has, I think, a slightly stiffer front anti-roll bar. It's a really nice handling car. It doesn't rattle, and it's very predictable, very forgiving, and very tight all at the same time. So it's a very delightful car to drive, and there's not any play in the steering, so it's very responsive. Very nice feel from this leather steering wheel as well. And of course, not that the rest of the world knows this as an innovation, but roll-up windows. It's a really nice luxury of driving a GT or a later MGB for that matter. All the MGBs had roll-up windows, but we've had a lot of MGAs with side curtains. And I think if you like to loaf around in a very cool looking car, this car can do that. If you want to carry groceries in the hatchback, you can do that. You can carry a lot back there. I've put a lot of things in my own personal GT. It's a really nice shape and platform. It's a very small car, but it holds a lot, and it's comfortable at that. You can feel the car come on there above 3,500. It starts to build up some boost from the Supercharger, and it's not a high-powered Supercharger. This is by no means, you know, like a modern high-powered horsepower car. It's probably 100 horsepower, maybe 90. So that wasn't really the thing about these cars. But this one is pushed out a little bit with more power than most, so it makes it a lot more fun, and more fun to rev it. You get something for your revving. This is where the Supercharger really, it's just coming on so nicely in there. Makes it into a very capable, fun sports car, especially if you're used to just a normally aspirated MGB. This is quite a step up. Right there, you can see that 3,200 RPMs, getting on the gas. There's just a bit more grunt than what you would normally find. This is a single SU. It's also brand new, which is nice, or 2,000 miles new. Instead of most MGBs, which have 1,000,000 miles on the carburetors, this is a brand new single 1.75" carburetors, and it works really nicely. It idles smoothly and starts promptly, and all the mechanism of the carburetor is basically from this century instead of ancient or mismatched. That's a huge problem with SU equipped cars. A lot of the carburetors, one of them got taken off and switched with Uncle Fred's carb that somebody thought was better, and you know how that goes. I happen to be very fond of this little compressed analog instrument panel. These are the later series gauges. On my cars is 67 with the larger gauges, but this style is just sort of more compact and has a really nice vintage feel as a result. The car is showing 2187 miles. This is a GPS powered speedo. This is another really nice thing that the prior owner did for the car when the 5-speed went in, because a lot of these 5-speed conversions, you lose accuracy in the speedometer, and by putting in a GPS unit, you end up with a very accurate speedometer, much more accurate than in most other British cars or British classic cars that are out there. We almost never believe our speedometers on these cars, but when they're GPS driven, they are 100% believable. Anyway, a very sweet MGB GT for sale here at Bug Eye Guys. Thank you for riding with me today.